Hey everyone, I think this is recording now. Today I thought I'd go through a new deck for the upcoming regionals and cities, I guess, in standard format though. So it's Yveltal Zoroark. Basically, Yveltal's always been, a heavy hitter, and recently with the rise of Night March, the baby Yveltal is actually quite strong. So I thought, put this together in a deck, and also with the Keldeo Star Russian Retreater. And, you might have yourself a pretty decent deck. So basically, I'll start off going through and play 4 of the, as it's often referred to as the baby Yveltal. Oblivion Wing does 30, and it can attach a dark energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. And often that bench Pokemon, you want this to be the big Yveltal EX. You've got the 2 options. The attacks Evil Ball, which just does more damage the more NG you and your opponent has, and Y Cyclone, which is just a solid 90. So yeah, fairly strong hitters. I mean, obviously they have some weakness in the fact that they're both weak to lightning, but as you'll see later, I found something that compensates for that. Here we have a 2-2-1 Zoroark line. So Zoroark, just pick the one that can confuse, because that seems useful. Also, I mean, look, it's running on water. Zoroark is a really cool card. Stand-in is the same as the old Keldeo ability. It's just the same as Russian. But Mind Jack is actually an incredible move, which we've previously seen on the Absol from Plasma Freeze. But this one's even stronger. It does 10 damage and 30 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And that can just hit nice numbers. I mean, against, say, if your opponent goes really silly and benches 8 Pokemon, you're hitting for a total of 250 damage. So, and 270 with a Muscle Band. Of course, you don't normally hit that. Say, often an opponent might have, say, 4 bench Pokemon with Mind Jack that does, say, 130. And that's a pretty useful number to hit as well. Also have the 1 break. Increases the HP. So, your stand-in retreater, as we can now call it, isn't necessarily as much of a target because they'd have to 1-hit it. And of course, Foul Play is actually a really strong attack. So you could have, say, a Giratina that's damaged, drag it active, hit it with Foul Play to knock it out with its own attack, Chaos Will, and then they can't attach any more special energy. You can also drag up Hooper and then place 100 damage anywhere on their board. I believe you'd have to discard the Dark Energy in doing so, but it's got loads of application, really. It's just a cool card. It's really there to up the HP, but the Foul Play is a really strong attack as well. Also just run 3 Shaman for just basic draw you need to set up. And then we go, I'm going to go on to the supporters next. 4 Sycamore, just because you'll find just discarding most things. You run 4 of the baby Yveltal, and those are going to go down when you need them anyway. And unless you get unlucky and have to discard your stage 2 or the break, you're just going to be fine Sycamoring most of the time. 2 Lysander, just because Yveltal can just hit for heavy damage, drag something up and kill it. 1 Judge I feel is just really strong. If you have a really powered up Yveltal, you whack someone and Judge at the same time, and they can't recover and knock it out. You can often just win the game from there. 1 Giovanni Scheme. I'm really just testing this card right now. It's the one that's got 2 options. You draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. That, I'd hope, is the less used option in this deck, because what you often want to do is just do 20 more damage. It's just another do more damage type card without having to attach the necessary energy to Yveltal. I've got the 1 AZ there because actually that's just really strong with the baby Yveltal. The baby Yveltal can take a hit, you can AZ it, put it back down, put another Yveltal active, or even the same one if you can use the stand-in and retreat tactic. You'll then have 1 Dark Energy in the discard. If you have another to attach, that Dark Energy then goes on the bench thing, and you've basically fully healed. It's kind of, it's just a replacement max potion in that sense, but also you can Versus Seeker for it, and that's sort of, one of the reasons why we run 4. I think 4 is just a staple. You want to be able to hit your Lysanders and Giovanni and Judge and whatever when you need it. Some other important cards I have actually missed out for now are, say, Zoroark, which I mentioned about the Giratina attacking, the Zoroark attacking Giratina with its own Chaos Will. If you can Zoroark and do that on the same turn, you can actually essentially lock out the game from there. The only reason I don't have it in there is when I first build a deck to test it, I more or less just go for consistency, and tech cards appear a bit less. That's why you'll only see like a few one-offs. 4 Ultra Ball, just really standard, especially you can discard Dark Energy and everything. 3 Floatstone. Actually, wait, let's go up here. I forgot about these cards. 4 Trainer's Mail, just because you've got so many important items you want to draw. The Muscle Bands, Floatstones, any of the supporters, even Compressor turn 1. And of course that brings us to Compressor, which is just useful. Say if you have Start versus Seeker, you can just discard the supporter you need for that turn. You can discard a Dark Energy with Baby Yveltal. It's just a really strong, like, consistency boosting card, even though it doesn't appear like it might be on the surface. So back to these tools, we have 3 Floatstone. Really, you just want to have, like, if you can get 2 Zoroark down and the 2 Floatstones on it, you'll be fine. Sometimes you might want to retreat the Baby Yveltal early, so you might want a Floatstone on there. Of course, we don't have Darkrai anymore for that. I'm also running 4 Muscle Band. Now, this might be overkill, but basically, the Yveltal's strength is that it can just hit for big damage. So you can just load up, even the Baby Yveltal can do 50 for 1. So you just with a Muscle Band. So you just load up with energy, Muscle Band, and take the 1-hit knockouts. I've also gone for 3 Shadow Circle. This is my own take on this deck, because essentially with Yveltal you've got a lightning weakness, both of them, the baby and the big one. And though Manectrics run many Rough Seas, if you can, and of course new Magnezone Raikou might be running Rough Seas as well, you can take them down if you can Shadow Circle and they can't replace your Stadium, then you can actually survive a hit and potentially kill something else as well. It also a bit less, potentially a bit less importantly anyway, it means that Zoroark isn't weak to fighting if it has a Dark Energy on it, which it should if you're wanting to foul play. And that can be, of course, useful, say if Lucario hits with 2 energy without any buffs, for example, then it won't be one-hitting you. 8 Dark Energy, just because you want to see them often and you want to get them in the discard reasonably often. And of course 4 Double Colourless, just for the Big Yveltal attack and the Zoroark attack. You can even Sky Return, I guess, if necessary, but hopefully or probably won't be doing that too much unless you absolutely have to. But yeah, this is basically the Yveltal Zoroark deck. I think my first iteration of it, really, because it's not gone through any testing yet. This is just a very consistent, no tech kind of list. Not really based on a meta necessarily, except for, say, Shadow Circle. Not put like Faded Town or anything, though those could be useful, and it depends on meta calls as to whether they are. So for now, I'll save the deck and show you a couple of games. Actually change the name because I was trying an Yveltal, an Empoleon version, which, well, let's just say that didn't work out. So there we have Yveltal Zoroark, and let's just go into a game. So some crazy decks there. Yveltal Zoroark, there we go. Okay, so we are against Lex GS, which is a pure fighting deck. Please, please be camera up. Call the coin flip. Okay, going second, you don't mind that too much, because if you start with the Baby Yveltal, or start something that you can Floatstone, you can actually attack before they do. Unfortunately, starting the Zoroark breaking my hand. Mulligan. I probably won't want it to be Sycamoring turn 1 anyway. So I might be able to keep it going for a bit. Keep this in my hand. Okay, so they start Charizard. The Stokezard. Interesting. Touch of Fire. My TCGO is a little slow right now, so it it's going to take a little while for everything to load. Found sometimes if you just right click and okay. Well, they had absolutely nothing by the looks of it. I'm going to drop the big Yveltal, muscle band both of these. I'm not going to need Shadow Circle, so I'm going to discard it, which is actually, there's a secondary reason as to why, and I kind of want them to just plop their stadium down, even if it's not very useful, expecting that. They've seen a Shadow Circle go, so there's probably only one left, is the reasoning they'll likely employ. But of course they have a second. Okay, well I can compress it. I haven't actually hit a dark yet, which is a bit annoying, but they didn't actually have anything, so I don't know yet about whether I need to judge them. Giovanni's scheme may be okay. AZ will be fine for picking up a Shaman. So I'm going to put, I think I'll just put one dark in. If I put a dark in, I've got 2 VS Seekers, but Sycamore's just very useful anyway. And Judge. I think if I can judge them this turn, I'll be in really good shape. I think I can forego attaching the double colourless. I'm just going to judge them this turn. Keep a Shaman in the deck so that... Actually no, I will attach the double colourless. I can't rely on drawing dark off the 4, and I may as well get something going. Well, I did draw dark off the 4, but I believe it's still the correct call. Okay, so I could actually discard the dark here, though that would be discarding 2. I think I can do that just to get the just to get a bit more set up. I want to be getting a Zoroark down this turn if possible. I'd have liked to have just got a Zoroark there, but obviously I don't want to be discarding anything. No, I get it there, so I think for now we're all good, and we can just stop the setup there. Sometimes stopping the setup, even though you could continue, is just a good idea, because it might make them think you don't have everything you need, or it might make them, you know, play differently. You also just don't want to be overextending. I'm a bit, I think this match shouldn't be too hard, because if I'm against a Charizard that's trying to load up, I should be okay. It's already got 4 energy down. An interesting card, and probably one I should put in here, is Hex Maniac to knock out, you know, Pyror's. Obviously not for that reason, but it's just a general strong utility card. Of course I do have the Zoroark, so I should be okay for that. Float that one. No, I've got a dark. There's 5 energy on that. 2 on my Yveltal. If I attach the dark just to Yveltal, that's actually a knockout. So I'll go ahead and do that. Don't believe I need either of the muscle bands anymore. I've got 2 down. I should be fine. Get out the big Z. So now I can actually just go for a KO. I will set up with Shaman. I would like to get the break for next turn. The other possibility I could do here is actually just Lysander kill the Litleo to basically guarantee that never going into Pyro, and that I can actually knock it out. And the Lysander just wave there as if it's telling me to do so. This Charizard's not really going down in energy anytime soon, so the Yveltal can actually just kill it whenever I want. So I will do that. I believe I put the Floatstone on here. I'm not a big fan of this new interface, in all honesty. Stand in, retreat. The other thing I can actually do is Y-Cyclone here if I want. I have to think about whether that's a better play. How much HP does that have? Yeah, it has only 60. The only reason that might not be is because I only have a dark here, and that has 5. And they're likely to discard 1 by using the attack. So I think I just Evil Ball for the knockout. I'm not exactly sure what kind of deck this is yet. Well, it's Charizard Pyro, but that's very much the wrong Charizard to be paired with Pyro. Like I said, I was kind of baiting that Scorched Earth earlier. It didn't really happen quite how I was figuring, but It shouldn't matter anyway. The interesting thing is, even if he uses the Fire Blast attack, it discards an energy, but the Yveltal, basically I count the 20, 40 with the Muscle Band, 60, 80, 100, 180, and yeah, my opponent just concedes anyway. That wasn't too great a game, so I'll try and do another one. This deck isn't refined yet or anything. If I was to try and refine it, I'd fit in, say, a Zoroark and a Hexmaniac. Hexmaniac's just strong for a lot of decks setting up. Ooh, 150 coins. Been using the coins to get some of the goodies in the store. And of course my account isn't just used by me, so I'm sure others have used the goodies as well. Have got goodies. So I'll go into another game. I've not put Seismitoad in, even though it's actually pretty nice, say with Shadow Circle. Even Sceptile then doesn't like one hitter or anything. But it's just in its like development stages right now. It's a consideration for me in the next 3 tournaments, I believe. Here we start Zoroark. Well, this could end pretty quickly depending on what I get next turn. Oh, I guess I always have the chance to confuse them. Did not mean to click that. So they get level ball. I missed actually what they got, but it's probably a Horlucha or something. As in with the Karina. Maybe just another Lucario. I actually imagine Horlucha because you should assume this is actually no, you shouldn't assume anything yet. Okay, well, Shadow Circle. Okay, well, let's see what I can do here. So I'm going to discard a Sycamore because I need that in there ASAP. Discard a. I'm not sure about discarding a Dark actually because I got 2 in hand. If I was to hit a Versico, discard it anyway. Discard a Giovanni's and probably the Judge. Where did I see it? There it is. So not even discarding any Dark. The one play I can go for here to hold off for a turn is Moonless Madness, but I think, and drop the Shadow Circle. No, I've got one of 2 options. Basically, that Corkscrew Smash will kill me if he hits heads. Anyway, even with the Shadow Circle. So the Lysander, if he doesn't have a Golbat, which I'm sure he does, then he can just retreat and energy it anyway. So I'm going to actually just play the odds here and just Moonless Madness. I'm not sure about... Oh, it's Missile Jab's not affected by resistance, but it still hits for weakness. Oh, so there we go. It's 2 energy. I haven't seen a Golbat, but I think it's probably the right way to play that. Crobat down there. Yeah, levelable. So he actually did get the Golbat. If he has a switch, he just wins right here, but you know, that's just the way the games go sometimes. You could not draw a Pokemon. Connection dipping a bit. Yeah, disconnect me now. So, just gotta wait. Yeah, he's getting Golbat. If, unfortunately, if I don't draw anything good next turn, I've probably still just lost. Because even though I can evolve to Zoroark, it's not really enough. The Shadow Circle is nice to get if he doesn't hit his Fighting Stadium. You know, the Zoroark might not die from Corkscrew Smash. Dropping 3 bats, evolving to the Golbat. Of course, yeah, he could just evolve to another Golbat and knock it out. And, oh, setting up for 6. All he needs is a switch, and then he's in good well, he's won. This is a oh, he got hurt in confusion. Oh my god, this is my lucky day, guys. Battle compressor. I'm just gonna dump a dark now. I need to draw something. Ultra Ball's useful. Even the problem is every card in here is useful basically right now. So I can't just be going about dumping cards. I can maybe dump, say, one tool, like a Muscle Man. I really need to set up soon. But, as it is, that's just how I have to deal with it. Okay, well, he didn't hit... He hit Tails. I think the best thing for me to do is just drag up that other Lucario and hit it with the Zoroark. This is how you have to play with limited resources. I can't drag up the Shaman, though I'd like to. Hold on, let me just check I'm not actually knocking it out. Mind Jacker, no I'm not. It's going to do a nice 160. It's actually an incredibly strong attack. Escape rope, that's game. Well, tried my best. He's going all in. Yeah, somersault kick just knocks you straight out. Well, like I said, I try and build the deck as consistently as possible and then just don't draw. Anyway, but I guess we go for a third game. Just to give a you know, a good feel of what the deck actually is. I think game one didn't show it because that was very quick. Game 2 didn't show it because I didn't draw. Okay, so here we go. Max L. Pure Psychic deck. Probably some Wobbuffet thing if it's a serious deck. Second again, but as I said, that's kind of okay. That's a much better start. Shop it to bleh me. Okay, so in this game the Shadow Circle is not going to be that useful. It's only going to be useful as a what's it called? A thingy replacement, Dimension Valley. He's put out 3 Shuppets. That's I'm just not going to put special energy down. He's got 2 tails on roller skates, but unlucky. Heads on perch, so that's fine. Turn 1 evolve to Banette. Evo Jammer. Like, I just don't think this works that well against Yveltal. I think I know what deck it is. Just Banette, Wobbuffet. Okay, Great Ball. Okay, then I had no idea what deck it is. It has Golett in it. For the Golurk, I guess. Okay, so float this. Actually, just discard the compressor here. Probably should have gone for the Trainer's Mouth first, because now I have to get a Shaman, as I have no guarantee of getting an Yveltal. Take the Sycamore. Drop the Stadium, as now I'm probably going to Sycamore this turn. I'll take neither. Muscle Band onto the Shaman. Draw some more with Shaman. Hey, there we go. Very, very undeserved, I'll be honest. No, I'm gonna compress a Judge in. Oh, actually, I don't think he really played much that turn, but so I probably don't need to. Chuck in a Lysander. Judge, probably AZ. I've never dreamed of just throwing 3 supporters away a couple of years ago, but the game's changed. Did he actually play a supporter? Yes, he did. He played Birch, so I guess I just want to judge him. I know it's replacing 4 cards with 4 cards, but it seems like he might have kept a hand. Getting another baby Yveltal's pretty good here. Burnett is actually... Oh, Burnett is weak to dark, so getting the muscle band's really good. I'm sorry, Burnett, I didn't even know. Having a Sycamore ready for next turn. Got a baby Yveltal. Yeah, this is quite brutal. I thought the Shuppet was weak to Psychic, so... Didn't expect I'd be one-hitting it. This, of course, means... I mean, he can still Evo Jammer the Zoroark, but it's a bit pointless by now. One thing that can be done, I guess, is the Yveltal Golurk hits for a nice 130. Oh, I'd need Muscle Band though. Is it 130 or 120? I can't remember. Oh, discard Inverted Seeker. Must be a pretty useful card he just got. Ace Trainer. And I have taken a prize, so I'll be going down to 3 as well. If he plays it. Yeah, he goes up to 6. Ace Trainer's okay. I was not a fan of this card for the longest time, but okay. He's gone to Golurk here. With Dimension Valley only needs 3 NG. It's got a big problem in that it's just weak to dark though. So Yveltal can take care of it for no, hassle at all. And that's just a scoop game. Right, I've still not found... This is the problem when you start with a new deck on PTCGO. You actually do not have any proper games with it. Especially since I lost one because I drew nothing. So I'll go for one last one. Just don't want this video to go on forever. I'm not actually sure how long it lets me record for, but it's probably still going, so whatever. So yep. Just waiting for the game. Looking for opponent. Oh my god, this is the longest wait I think I've ever had in this game. Oh, there we go. I got one. Eric Unagra something. I was trying too much to read the name that I didn't even see what his deck was. Would I like to go first? Sure. I think you still go first, even with the Yveltal. So, I mean, you can't guarantee starting it or anything. This is quite a solid opening hand. No. There's no point benching going first. Okay, he starts Shaman, so I have just no idea what that is yet. I'm going to attach him. I'm actually going to float this first one, just because if it comes to it, I can probably draw into Muscle Band and Dark Energy, the benched one. So it's just a useful floater. I'm going to just bench the Zora, and I'm actually just going to stop the setup there. Don't need to draw a supporter this turn. I've got the Ultra Ball for a Shaman. And he Skyfielded me. Interesting. Should find out what his deck is now. Nope. It's got Zoroark. Oh. Okay, well, let's see if I can find an actual game. Okay, let's just see what this guy's deck was. What? Bronzong Mewtwo with a bunch of the wrong Mewtwo's? Oh no, it's these. Okay, it's just using these for the sake of it. Even though this one is obviously the better. Okay. Alright, let's try again. Looking for an opponent. This is probably one video you'll find where it's 5 whole games. I did one before where it was 1 game. The game took a little while. Grass, Psychic, Lightning, Colourless. Lost the coin flip. Please be an actual deck. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure what deck could have those cards in it. Start Zoroark. I'll put the bigger Yveltal down. It doesn't really matter if he Lysanders at turn 1. Should be getting a stand-in retreat within a couple of turns anyway. Okay, it's Night March. I'm not sure what the grass is though. Figured Night March from the Psychic Lightning Colourless, but I'm not sure what this grass is. Unless it's something silly like Vespiquen. Vespiquen Night March. 3 Lampents go down. Oh no, 2 Lampents and an unknown. Big surprise. Reviving an unknown for 1 draw. That's kind of cool. It's not the melodic version though, which I think is honestly the much stronger version. I don't think I have to discard that Zoroark, but I really want to be getting baby Yveltal into the attacking position next turn. Okay, so that was interesting. 3. Okay, so he's prized a Lampent, attaching a Psychic to the benched one. If you're playing High Dim Valley, oh, okay, it is Vespiquen. If you're playing High Dim Valley, you're probably fine just not playing Basic Energy, especially if you can keep up the tempo with, say, Xeracic or Jirachi or anything like that. Trainer's Mail. Oh, nothing with that. Okay. The animation makes it look like Farewell Letter's going to attack you. It's kind of dumb. I think I might just dump the Zoroark here. The baby Yveltal should carry me through this game. That's a really good thing to get with the Shadow Circle. I believe I'll just muscle ban this. He does have 6 cards in hand, but I need to just get something. I need to get the baby Yveltal up and attacking. Is that only... okay, that's 3, so is only 1 prize? Yeah, only 1's prize, that's okay. The Zoroark is actually a decent attacker in this matchup. I mean, even the Zoroark can kill a Pumpkaboo, but I can't really rely on that at all. Got an attach. I'll put the muscle band on the other one. I'm going to have to Shaman here, just really need that turn 1 float. Discard these 2. I'll just drop, I'll actually drop another Shaman. It's a bit risky, but it's what has to be done. I'll take neither of those, we're all good for now. Muscle band the, if it will let me, muscle band the Yveltal. There's an argument to muscle band a Shaman there. There we go, turn 1 float. Keeping ahead of the prize trade is really important in this matchup. Ever picking up Shamans is really good as well, so just attach another baby Yveltal. I didn't actually check to see if I prized the other Zoroark, and I haven't yet put Super Rod in this list, but I think it's cool. We're actually going to have a competitive game. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marches. He only needs 1 more. Oh, he had to attach a basic Psychic. Okay, so Teammates probably is going to get him Compressor and Dimension Valley. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's showing you which 2 exact cards they get from a certain card, because I think that's a little unfair. It can be quite an advantage, but okay, so Night March there, 180. Wow, that's a big march. He's got to be a little worried at this point. He's got no other marchers on the bench. Don't want to put down a big fly. I've got Judge in the discard. I can go for Compressor, just drop an AZ and maybe a Dark Energy. Giovanni might come in useful, or might not be at all, so I guess maybe it goes in the discard. Have I put Lysander in there yet? No, I'll just drop one in as well. How do you do that? There you go. I'll keep the other compressor for now. Might require dropping a dark in. I think this turn they teammates. I'm going to judge down to 4 and just do my best to screw up their chance of getting another marcher into play next turn. That's fine. I think I'll float the floating one. The Shaman's probably pointless right now in case he tries to stall and drag it up. Oblivion Wing and just attach to my big Yveltal. So often I just test a couple of games to see like what cards I'm missing or what cards are kind of superfluous. Right now I am feeling a bit that the Super Rod's needed. If I had a chance at... No, I didn't have a chance at Shadow Circle there. Oh, he had to discard another Dimension Valley. That's really good for me, because that means 3 have gone. He's getting another Joltik down. It's actually always nice when they have to attack with Joltik, because I can Sky Return that for a KO. Preserve my board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear, that doesn't look good. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe if I just take the KO on this Shaman here, I probably straight out won the game. I can't just go and grab up that Joltik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so oh, the Yveltal doesn't actually have retreat. I have a Sycamore. I don't know why I'm worried. Drop this down here. See if I can grab my other Zoroark. There we go. No, I have the stand-in retreat combo. I think I'll just compress it and probably drop one thing out of here. Maybe the big Yveltal. Don't see how I'm going to need that this game. And in 2 minds about the Zoro, I think I'm okay dropping that. And the Muscle Band. Muscle Band's going to be useless from here on out. I mean, the only reason it could be good, I guess, is to put it on the other Shaman. But I don't think the other Shaman's going to be part of me winning this game at all. Retreat to the big Yveltal. Oh wait, White Cyclone could have just made the KO anyway. Screw it, I'm now going to do a Evil Ball. Just forgot it had another attack. The Joltik should come up and just take a knockout here. If he has to bench another Shaman, though, I probably can win the game next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, no, I'm not counting marches. Actually, wait, can I? Yeah, I should be able to with Mind Jack. Oh no, of course he hasn't benched much yet. Okay, I'm still not guaranteed winner. But luckily I have the other baby Yveltal off the prizes. I'm not sure if I'll actually be doing that over the Sky Return, though. I think the Sky Return basically takes a win condition off my board, as in a win condition for him. Forgetting about the White Cyclone, mine was pretty bad though. Has to be really careful about the Mind Jack potential. So he's got 3 on the bench. Mind Jack only does 100. I think he's being careful enough. Put the one with float active. Oh, this turn, just Sky Return. I believe I just judge again. How many cards in this deck? 9, 12. Yeah. Judge again. I mean, it doesn't completely take a win condition off his board. I guess I maybe could have AZ'd one of them. Probably should have done that. It's fine for now though. Retreat into this Shaman. Sky Return. Oh, and that's Escape. Yeah, basically I'd have game next turn, I guess. I can try and Shaman for the Lysander if he puts something active that I can't easily kill, like the Shaman. But, yeah, okay, so there you have it. There was like 5 games, I think. Okay, so it's like a thin Vesperquen line. Some Psychic Energy. Seems okay, actually. I've tried a deck similar to that myself. But yeah, they have it. There's some games for you. Good showing of Yveltal, I think, overall, and it kind of tells you how to change the list in the future. Say I may take out something for a Super Rod, fit in a Hex Maniac or a Zerosic, or both. Maybe consider a Seismitoad, and possibly another stadium, say a Faded Town if Megas get too big. So thanks for watching, and see you guys again.